this is Kurt the Boat Doctor. We're gonna be taking this Duckworth, this white one down there out in the water. Anyway, this is the trailer. It's a heavy duty, double dip galvanized. You got 4 bunks, 4x4s with slicks, with tilts. You got the bigger tires on here. These are ST235 ADR16s, gear bath oil hubs, discs on all 4. All the trailer lights work. You got your keel roller. Boat does not ride on those. I forgot to take this with the boat on the trailer. Spare tire, 2-speed jack, heavy stanchion, top mount coupler. I checked the brake fluid. It's underneath this cap right here. You just pull that up. That was full. This is your trailer brake. If it breaks away, cross your chains, heavy duty with the shackles. It's a round 7 to a 5 on the trailer. Blue's your solenoid. So in case you're not hooked up, you got to have power. You can actually lock. You can put a stick in here to lock that, or you can use your chains to wrap your chains there when you're not using the boat. Gear bath oil hubs, brown good, white bad, probably 80 to 110 pound torque, 6 lugs. It looks good. So anyway, on this boat, we got the Phantom radar that I'm showing you there. I got Tom with me. So, got rocket launchers. That is a, what they call a 26-28-2. You could register at a 28 if you like on that boat. It's a 1/4 inch bottom, 96. And you got 19 by 26 by 39 variable degree hole with reverse chines. I use the G5 bumpers. Got rocket launchers off the back. It's got a rear entry door. It's got your plow anchor on it. You got your rub rails. And it's got the Garmin big, I think it's a 16-inch screen, VHF. And there's your anchor pulpit there, and it rounds down, and that's what you want, because when you release that, you want that able to drop. You got your hatch, you got your 3 wipers, slanted in windows. You got probably a 10-foot cabin. And your rear entry doors over here, so if you tie it up, you can just sneak here. And it's got your ladder. These are the 150s, twins. You got a left and right 17 pitch prop. Got 2 coats clear, 2 primer, main special paint, aluminum props, one's right, one's left. You got your T99 remote. You got over here your fish box here. You got storage here. These seats flop up if you want them to. Then they just lock right here. Get them out of your way. Then you can switch these. And then you can kill those. And then your kicker's over here, and I'll show you that when we're out in the water. And then you got your shutoff switch here, and it's got a house battery. Plus you got your 2 mains, you got your 2 filters, plus your mini filter for the kicker. Change those once a year and stick with Yamaha. They got a heavier paper element. That valve there is for your wash down. So if you break say that line's leaking anywhere from there to the hose, you can shut your water off. You got storage up under here, got storage up into here. Didn't bring my little plug there to check. You got a little Garmin that's hooked up front. I'm not worried about that yet. You can engage your autopilot back here. So later. And then we go into charts. Nav charts. Okay. Then you got your 703 control box. That's for your kicker. Boom, boom. You got all your gauges back here. You got your tag. Then you got your fuel. It looks like we got about 3/4. They put in 70 gallons of non-ethanol. This is your switch. You can switch to this control. You go up there, you got another one to switch into that. There's your start, safety lanyard, fish box. That's hooked up to a macerator as well. And then in here you got all your wires. Yeehaw. And you get in here, you got your bathroom. You got light up here, that works. Got your red at night. You got a toilet paper dispenser there. Okay, you want to fold it. Now I already turned that valve on. That valve's up underneath here. put the water in, then you can pump out. So if you got this thing right here, that puts it into the holding tank. You put it over here, it's on the pump out. You can pump it out with the vacuum cleaner. You put it here and it dumps it out. And then this table folds down, makes into a bed. And then this flips back and forth. This is pretty stationary here. You can turn on your pump here. I put water in here. That pink stuff was antifreeze. That works. Now this has got two heaters. This is like a stovetop heater. Plus you got your other heater up front with your vents. And this is your refrigerator. I'll fire that up once we get out there, once the motor's ready to roll. And there's your remote. These are pretty cool. I'll show you that later. You got your V-berth with doors. Don't need that open. And right now what we're going to do is put this on home. We're going to go into AV gauges, go to vessel. There we go. And heaters right here. That works. Matter of fact, I think and I'll do that once I get it started up because I don't want to take any juice yet. Okay, then right here your selector switch. So now these blue lights come on. Now I can go ahead and hit this and hit this. Tack's right up here. And I'll show you this stuff, what this does. And this is for your windlass right here. Your trim tabs work, and I'll show you that out there. You got a forward bilge. You got a center bilge, which is right back in there. And then actually, if you want to lift that compartment, see right back there, here's your diesel, and it's even got a fuel gauge, and it should be full because I just put in about 3.5 gallons. And there are your rods. You can store your rods in there. And in your holding tank for the toilet, I think they put it actually either underneath there, that compartment, one of these underneath the floor.
Off the side?
Yeah, they did it, or it's in behind here now. Okay, so anyway, lights, they all worked.
Red and white.
And then we got horn works, wipers, boom, boom. Up does just the driver, down does all three. Horn works. Okay, you got nav lights, I know they work. The app bilge works. Center bilge, I checked all that. This back here should be your carbon monoxide sensor. Then you got there's the deck lights working. I'm pretty sure they are.
Yep.
And then courtesy lights are these lights right here. Okay, turn that off, put that on. Now these are actually pretty easy to fire up. Show thermostat control, long press. You just press this, and it's set for 20 Celsius, which is 20, 35, 55, about 60. So I'm going to put that probably at 25. For some reason, this didn't get into Fahrenheit. Maybe it was made for Canada. Who knows? Okay. So the rest of this, and this is like a Garmin VH110, I believe. I'm going to just turn that on. That beeps, just hit that center button. Okay, boom, boom. So the rest of it, and then we'll fire this one up too. Now this is something you got to pay attention to. Now, when you're doing this, you push this button until these lights flash, then release it. Now and then this yellow light's going to be on, it's going to stay on, then these are going to come on and stay on red. That means it's working. Now you do not shut them batteries off. You have to let this unit cool down. And I'll show you how to get to that when we do the other video. But don't do it when it's trying to fire up. It will throw it into a fault code. And then your refrigerator, this is 12 volt. All you have to do is hit this switch right here. We'll see how long this sucker takes to get cool. The back press ain't going to do you much good on this one on the tilt because you're right up on top of his.
It slid all the way back.
And let me see. We went through all that. Okay, so now I'll go back here. Well, that's running. You can see your gauges, your tacks are back here and here. Now, if I want to switch, I just hit this one here, and then I can use these controls. Trim down, all that works. 0.3 hours. Oil's good, temperature's good. Hours, temp. And oil. Okay, everything looks good there. Okay, fuel, we're just about 3/4. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is go home on this one. We're gonna do Yukon vessels. I'm gonna check that for right now. Then we're gonna try the kicker. I always like to fire these things up before I leave the dock. Now when they're cold, a lot of times I pump that. You need to go maybe give it 2 pumps to start with, bring it back, lift this up just to where you can feel it giving a little gas, push in on the key and turn it. And if it acts like it's gonna die, push in on the key. Now just wait for that to kick up. It's gonna raise an RPM. Don't touch the throttle. There you go. Then you bring this down. Then you should be able to put it in gear and not die. There you go. Now it's warmed up. And I do that for a reason. Emergencies. If those conked out on me pulling away, or I was going out into the ocean and those quit to get me out of the jetty to make sure it's warm. Okay, so that's it for now, guys.